Hey guys, it's Shannon with True Crime with Shannon, and I'm back with another video. But before we get into today's topic, if you do me a quick favor, if you would hit that like button, that little thumbs up for me. If you're liking the content, I really do appreciate it. It also helps the video get some more traction here on YouTube, and this is about a missing young adult, so it's super appreciated for the family. And also, if you like what you're seeing here, also hit that subscribe button. I really do love my subscribers. I appreciate every single one of you, and that way you'll be notified whenever I post a new video. Okay, I'm not going to do a missing person before this one because this one is about a missing person. With all the media and attention that Dylan Rounds, the 19-year-old that's been missing out of off of his farm over there in Utah, Wyoming area, Nevada, I wanted to give some attention to Aidan Clune. He went missing a little over a month before Dylan did, and it's also a super odd situation. And I just feel like, he needs some more attention because the last updates I'm seeing on the web when I was doing some research, and I'm still really early into this case, I'll be completely honest with you guys. The last updates are at the end of May, and I know that they're still doing some searching, but the law enforcement searches seem to be at a halt right now for this young man, and that's really sad. So we need to keep Aidan's face out there and keep his information so that this young man can also be found, because he has also been missing out of that similar area, that side of the country. I wanted to cover first 2news.com has some updates. Like I said, the last updates are at the end of May, so we're talking like last month, and this is the end of June. So their original story dated on April 29th of this year, and it says Civil Air Patrol's Nevada and Utah wings are currently assisting the Elko County Sheriff's Office in the search of a missing 19-year-old from Sonoma, California. Aidan Clune from Sonoma County, California, was last seen on April 27th on US 93 near Wells. The Elko County Sheriff's Office says Clune was driving a maroon 2007 Nissan Frontier with a damaged back bumper and duct tape on the driver's side mirror. On Wednesday, April 28th, Clune's unoccupied car was located on US 93 near Currie, and his whereabouts are unknown. Man trackers worked last night and followed his tracks, continuing in a southwest direction. Clune may be wearing a dark jacket and dark pants. If you see Clune or have any information about where he may be, you're asked to call Elko Central Dispatch at 775-777-7300. Now I'm going to include all this information in the description of this video, all those phone numbers and contact information. So their latest update is May 24th. And that states the Elko County Sheriff's Office has suspended the active search for Aidan Clune in the Cherry Creek mountain range located west of Currie, Nevada. According to the Sheriff's Office, Aidan traveled from California to Utah on April 26, 2022. He then stayed the night in Wells, Nevada, and checked out of the hotel room at approximately 6:23 a.m. on the morning of April 27, 2022. He traveled southbound on US 93 and parked his pickup truck on the shoulder of US 93 near mile marker 23. At approximately 8:50 a.m. on the 27th, an NHP trooper found the vehicle abandoned. The Sheriff's Office was notified of the situation on April 28, 2022, and began a search for Aidan. His tracks were located leaving the area where his pickup was abandoned, and he was tracked for over 10 air miles. During the tracking process, Aidan was taking off his shoes and running part of the time. He would remove his shoes and walk across the roads barefoot. That's really weird, you guys. Why would you take off your shoes and then, put them back on and run and put them back on? I think that's really odd. And also of note, he also had a maroon pickup truck, just like Dylan Rounds. I'm not sure there's any connection, but the shoe situation and the truck are a little sus to me. The investigation has revealed that he did not have any warrants or other criminal activity that would have caused him to run from authorities. Police believe that Aidan was suffering from a mental episode that caused him not only to leave his vehicle, but that he made very intentional efforts not to be found. Okay, so they're saying that he had some kind of mental breakdown or some kind of issue. And looking into the article on SonomaNews.com, it does look like this young man has dealt with some mental problems, according to his mom. On their website, their latest article would be on May 26th. So on May 26th would be their latest article. Let's see. The search for Sonoma teenager Aidan Clune has been called off by the Elko County Sheriff's Department, according to an Elko County news outlet. Clune went missing April 27th near Currie, Nevada, after he abandoned his truck along US 93 and proceeded into the high desert. Elko County Daily reported on Wednesday that the active search for Clune was suspended, and the sheriff's office stated it would continue to investigate his disappearance until the case was solved. So they've called up the search, but I guess the case is not cold and they're still investigating. It's just not an active search. The sheriff's office also believes that Clune's disappearance stemmed from a mental health crisis, according to Elko County Daily, and the 19-year-old made intentional efforts not to be found. His tracks were eroded by rain and snow, and the tracks were lost in the Cherry Creek Mountains. His mother, Amy Clune, confirmed the details of her son's disappearance in a GoFundMe post. As of Monday, the campaign had raised $4,100 of its $30,000 goal. Now again, this is the end of May, so I'm going to check that update once I finish this article here. The fundraiser will go toward a private investigator, as well as a reward for information that leads to the recovery of Clune, family travel expenses to Nevada to continue searching for him. The remainder will benefit local organizations to provide free mental health services to teens and young adults. Amy Clune described her son as a wonderful, loving person whose passion is creating and mixing music, playing guitar, being a good and generous friend, and building great relationships with people where he worked. She also described some of Aidan's mental health struggles, including bouts of depression, despite, quote, setbacks with negative experience throughout his life. Clune said Aidan suffered a more profound bout of depression during the pandemic, and his family struggled to provide him mental health care. That's really sad, you guys. The pandemic is it's awful for these kids that have been in custody of CPS and foster care and that sort of thing, because we've had a lot of issues like Harmony Montgomery. It's super sad. So let me see if I can pull up the GoFundMe account so we can see if there's any updates from the family here. Let me see here. So I'm checking out the GoFundMe, which I'm going to link to in the show information. And as I'm recording this on June 29th in the evening, they have raised $10,339, and they're still short of their $30,000 goal for the Bring Aidan Clune home. And let's see what we have for updates here. Mom says, I'm raising funds for my son Aidan Clune, a 19-year-old male, in the wake of his disappearance. I ask anyone who knows of or cares about Aidan to donate or share this page. Any donation amount is sincerely appreciated. Aidan is as of Sonoma County, was having primary mental health crisis when he abandoned his 2007 Nissan pickup truck on US Highway 93 south of Wells, Nevada. He proceeded to walk into the Nevada wilderness, where his footprints were tracked for over 10 air miles into the Cherry Creek Mountains west of the highway before his tracks were eventually eroded by rain and snow, which we currently just read about. So let me see here. There's another update on June 27th by Mom Amy. It's a photo. I will include that here for you guys. Let me see what the previous updates, if there's any information here. On June 26th, she posts, just wanted to let you know the GoFundMe amount is 100% solid now. An upcoming event that EquiSearch is going to be out and then is going to be out in the near future taking high resolution photos and putting it through a computer program to find Aidan. When I know the exact date, I will let everybody know. I thank everyone for their continued thoughts, prayers, and support. So that's from Mom. So I'm really glad that EquiSearch is going to be helping this family, because they've been helping Dylan Rounds, and I really am glad that they're going to be helping Aidan. So that's pretty much what's been going on. It looks like they have other search parties that have been helping before this date. So and they had some drones out there as well, just like Dylan Rounds. So I'm going to include that in this video, you guys. Every single update. You know, you guys can check that GoFundMe, because it looks like that GoFundMe would be the place to go. And I'm sure there's a Facebook group for him, and I'm the official, and I'm going to find that and also post that as well. And I want to do another video on this to follow up once I get some more info as well. But in the meanwhile, here's Aidan Clune. He's been missing over a month longer than Dylan Rounds, so he's just as important as Dylan Rounds. And we need to make sure that he's getting also some coverage, and he's also been missing in that area as well. And for him, it looks like it was probably a mental health crisis or breakdown on his part. So I'm really hoping that he's safe and he can be found safe and sound and be brought back to his family so he can get the help that he needs. In the meanwhile, please share this video, and I'll continue to update, like I said, and also share his poster. I'll include any and all links I can in the show information. And that's going to be it for this one. I just wanted to get a video out about Aidan, because I really wanted to cover this one, because like I said, he's just not getting the coverage that, you know, his family needs for him right now. But I want to thank you guys for checking out the channel, and on your way out, if you hit that like button, that way it'll get some more visibility here on YouTube. I really would appreciate it. And that'll be it for today. I thank you guys, and stay safe.